Good morning, divine feminines. Which again, it could be the men's folks, it could be the women's folks. Either way, you will both end up at this video at some point in time or another, because even the emperors slash masculines will need to learn the feminine path during their journey. So whichever of you it is that is viewing this video, this is going to be step 2. And as you saw in step 1 for the divine feminine, the Empress, was to stop helping everybody else. Stop focusing on your masculine. Stop worrying about the world falling down. And this, step 2, is part of your healing to work on you. It's actually going to be a pretty short video with some homework. And the homework is this. I'll give it to you first. Write down at least 10 things that you have always wanted to do, that you have stopped yourself from doing because you felt like you needed a partner, or you felt like you needed a house and a picket fence and or kids if you don't have them, or enough money, or for everybody else to not need something. Whatever it's been. For me, it was something as simple as karaoke. I really wanted to go do karaoke, and I really wanted my divine masculine to go with me. He has a divine voice and a charismatic personality when he is not in a self-defeating mood, and I knew it would be so much fun. But he was still too shy and still locked in his insecurities, and I was too, because we reflect each other. But instead of recognizing that, I blamed him. And then I told myself that I couldn't go, and I couldn't find someone else to go with because it might create jealousy, or there might not be as much fun, or I might sit there and be a big crybaby because I wanted it to be a specific person. And when we had the big tower moment between us and created the separation, and I had to choose. Am I going to go back to my old cycle? Am I going to jump in and find a new guy to distract me while I wait for my DM to figure himself out? Or am I going to do what I've been saying that I want to do and work on me? Am I going to do what I asked him to do? To be single and to figure out who he is and what he wants. And that, I am so proud to say, I did do. And I have started working on things that I told myself that I couldn't do unless I had a good relationship, or he and I were so healed and happy, like starting my coaching business. Or not starting it, but growing it. I've had a coaching business for like 10 years, but I've been afraid to do videos because, I'm not perfect. I still smoke. I haven't, I'm not down at my perfect goal weight, or sometimes my womanly beard grows out, etc. I'm doing it now. I've been out and done karaoke. I've sung to empty rooms and to bartenders. I have sung to crowds of really drunk people trying to sing with me. I have put it on my Facebook Live. I have been vulnerable and processed and done things in front of people that I never thought I would do. I have started gardening again and building pallet planters and furniture, which I've been wanting to do for ages because my dad is a bit of a hoarder and gets pellets every year for the wood stove and doesn't like to throw away the pallets, so I'm using them. I have focused on becoming a much better mother to my kids, but also without like over focusing on them and getting in the way of their freedom. And I have really worked on becoming more self-sufficient. And I'm still working on a lot of that. There's always more to do. But there's two important keys to this. Is one, this is how you stop focusing on your partner, your divine masculine. And actually, there's three important parts. So yes, this is how you stop focusing on them. Two, this is how you start healing. Look at your excuses. Look at, if you remove everybody else from the equation, your divine partner, your family, the court of public opinion, your children, if you just remove them all from the equation and think about what is it that you would do if it was just you, And then look at your excuses. I guarantee you have a couple of them in there, because using anybody else's needs as a reason to stop you, like, oh, well, we got to pay the bills, or oh, they have a doctor's appointment, or oh, they're not feeling well, they're going through a hard time, or oh, this. Those are all excuses. I'm not saying that they're bad ones. No judgment. But they are excuses. And the other thing is, I tell you what, there's nothing more attractive than men and women, especially women, who are not going to sit and say, I'm not, I mean, let's go the other way, positive women who say, you know what, you don't want to go with me, you're the one missing out. No judgment on it, but I'm going to have fun. I'm going to build this thing. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to eat well. I'm going to feel good. I'm going to do it for me. Without being that woman that's like, well, I'm not going to spend time with you, or we're not compatible, or you're a bad person because you're not doing it with me. Like a woman who can just be herself and work on her and provide for her own needs and enjoy herself. I mean, who doesn't want to be around that person? So do your homework today, Divine Femmes, and write down 10 things to start. You can write more if you'd like. That you have been wanting to do and putting off for any reason, especially the biggest stuff that you've been putting off because you felt like you required a partner in order to do it, or you required a partner who was in a certain sort of acceptance phase in order to do it. And then set dates on when you're going to start, when you're going to complete it. I just finished setting in my calendar, my last smoking date, my last date for quitting some other bad habits, my first date for starting different things. Do it. I guarantee you that once you start doing that stuff, and when you see this, it'll probably be a little bit before you really start doing it, but once you start doing it, you'll start seeing reflections from your divine masculine, which is one of the ways you can confirm that it really is them, and they will start showing you that they are improving too. And then you will get that motivation, that confirmation that you always wanted because you no longer needed it. That's the way the manifestation works. Alright, everybody, I'll do another video soon, and hope you enjoyed this Divine Feminine Step 2.